This time on Vintage Steel Garage we're going to make ourselves some wheel stands out of scrap wood. Right, one thing we're going to mention before we start, unless you're a spaceman living in the space station, you can't have avoided the current situation in the world with the, let's call it the beer virus. So it's pretty bad. If you know, medical people, thumbs up to you, you're doing a great job out there, you carry on. For the ordinary folk like me and you, best thing you can do, follow the advice in your country, stay away from people, stay at home, lock down, and let's just try and get through this. So anyway, what can we do while we're bored? Well, what I've been thinking about making for a while is some wheel stands for my car, just to put under them. So instead of axle stands going under the body, sometimes you just want to lift the wheel up that little bit more. And how can I make it? I want something lightweight. I've been using some wooden sleepers, but they're quite heavy to move around. So I want to make some lightweight wheel stands. And I came across this wood at work that was about to be thrown in the skip. So it sort of lends itself nicely. It's not too heavy, he says, and it gives you 8-inch lift for your wheel. And you know, this space isn't needed because if that was solid wood on the sleeper, that's where it gets too heavy. So it just lifts it up nicely. And basically, if I cut it in half, have a look at it. I don't need to make two of these. It only needs to be about that wide, so one for each wheel. So I'm going to see what I can do with this. I need to take it apart a little bit because it's a bit wiggy woggly. Let's see what we can do. So here we are, we're going to make some wheel stands. In fact, I'll tell you what I will do before we start. I'm just going to say, just going back to this beer virus thing, I've nearly got 300 subscribers, so there's some pretty bored people at home if you're watching this, but take my hat off to you. Thank you. There's people around the world subscribe, so keep watching and hopefully we'll get through all this and I'll make our time a little more enjoyable. Anyway, let's get on with this wheel stand. Right, so this is nearly 20-inch wide, so I've been cut, let's call it 500mm. We'll mix our metric and imperial as we see fit to do so. So it's 500mm wide. I'm going to make them 25 centimetres wide. Cut it down the middle, slit it with a saw. My saw's not big enough, circular saw, to go through this, so I'm going to take it apart a little bit, deconstruct it, and see what we can do. Right, let's mark some lines up. Now this ideally, I could just say zip it in half, and it'd be great. There's my wheel stands. However, it's all a little wibbly wobbly and all loose, so I'm going to sort of deconstruct it to then put it back together. But at least we're repurposing some wood, doing our bit for the environment, and best of all, it's free.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
Here we go. It's the top off. Right, let's. Yep, it's very wobbly now. So let's see if we can take this apart.
Twenty minutes later.
Right, in bits. In lockdown, we're using what we've got. So let's get rid of all them. Let's cut these in half. So I'm really just repurposing everything here, so I'm just going to, obviously now I've taken these apart, I'm just going to screw these with the feet on. So, no measuring required about that. I'm going to run some screws through here, just got these to hand. Again, let's use what we've got in the garage. We're not going out buying anything, mainly because we can't, and there's no point. Why go out if you don't need to? Just make sure they're all below the heads because these are going to be the feet. I'm just going to sand these up on the sander over here. Let's get over here. Give these a quick sanding, belt sander. Right, so they're all cut up, so let's see what we can do. Now, because we cut these pretty rough. What are you doing over there? I'm over here. I'm over here, what are you doing over there? Anyway, I wouldn't normally use screws like that with slotting. I'd go for Phillips head or crosshead screws, especially with power tools, but we're reusing what we've got. So, right, so let's just bang these screws in. Just get it roughly square. It doesn't really need to be accurate, really, this, because I can't really be bothered either. Right, and we'll just get these bits of wood. Oh, that's lovely. That's probably just about the right amount of rock we need. It's lovely to have wheel stands that rock when you're jacking the vehicle up, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Made these any shitter. Anyway, let's pretend that's square. Okay, so I've made these now. Just need to put the last screw in this corner here. Find the screwdriver, find the screws. So that's it made. All I'm going to do is put a little bit of trim on the end with some scrap off cuts I found in the scrap bin. Just one like that, and there like that, just so the wheel won't actually roll off. If I'm really honest, I'm shocked how shit and appalling this is. I mean, if we ignore the fact I can stick my fingers under there and it rocks like Billy-O, I'm hoping once it's on the floor and I get a bit of weight on it with a car, it'll level. Who's to say my drive's level? Anyway, if nothing else, it's a bit of entertainment in the beer virus lockdown. So let me put these end bits on. I'm going to screw and glue these on, and we'll take it from there. What else could go wrong? That's nice. Okay, so there we go. I've made both the wheel stands now. There's one there, put the ends on them. So I'll put the ends on there and there so the wheels won't fall off. The other one's on the floor behind me. To be honest, they're both equally as shit as each other. I can't believe how rocky they are, but Don't take this as a how to make wheel stand video. Take it as a bit of light relief in the current climate. Don't watch the news. It's got me out of the house. It's stopped me watching the news. Hopefully it's made you laugh to see how shit they are. And what you really all want to know is, do they work? If you're all still watching, you want to know, did they work? Yes, they did. Look. Ta-da! And they're now flat. I assume the wood's just bent a bit. But here we go. So, one set of shit wheel stands. Now I've got great access under the vehicle. It's a good 18 inches off the ground, so I can hopefully get that middle silencer out so it starts to make a bit more noise. I'm also going to check out all the suspension bushes because it is a bit squirrely at the back end when pushed. I think some of these are a bit perished, so I'm going to have a look at those, see what I can get. Obviously it's a case if I can get the parts at the moment, but let's have a look round. So there we go. Project shit wheel stand complete. Don't take this as a video of how to make wheel stands, because it sort of worked, but I'm a little bit disappointed and they didn't turn out well. It's probably because it was all wood, a bit twisted, all the rest of it. However, the wood was destined for the skip. I haven't had to go and buy anything, it's not cost me anything. I can now get to work underneath my car, sort the exhaust out, and it's more a bit of entertainment value just while we're all in lockdown. Alright, see you soon. Please like, subscribe, and I'll post more videos probably of a better quality at a later date.